Hey guys, it's Alex. Welcome back to the channel. So today I have a guest star, Nyx. We just got back from the park, so she's a little tired. Nyx, hi. Do you want to say hi to the vlog? This video is all about you, girlfriend. No, she doesn't. Well, I'm sure she'll pop in the video every now and then. I have a few videos on my channel from a few years ago when I originally got Nyx, but it's been a few years, so I figured I would just make a video telling you, all about her, how I got her, what I feed her, how we do training, all of her funny quirks, and then I have some fun videos at the end as just a fun thing to show because she's a really funny dog. And if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I have notes. Okay, so some basic info about Nyx. Nyx is a full-bred Doberman Pinscher. She is 75% American Doberman Pinscher, and then she's 25% European Doberman. So her dad was 50-50 and her mom was 100% American. So I know that doesn't mean too much. You really can't tell a difference unless you're like a Doberman fanatic. She's so tired from the park, guys. Hey, do you want to come say hi? Say hi. Are you so tired from the park? It's very rare that I get her this tired. Is it just because it's hot outside? Okay. So how did I get her? So I got her on August 29th of 2021. So she technically wasn't a COVID pup, but you were stinking close. And I was going into my senior year of college. I was planning on studying abroad my junior year, but then COVID happened. And so I had done a lot of pre-planning for my classes, and so I had taken like 21 hours back to back. But then when I didn't go, my senior year, I had like maybe 6 hours of classes I actually had to pay attention to. And so I had all this open time, and I knew that I wanted a Doberman when I got out of college. I also knew that I was moving to Atlanta, Georgia after college, which at the time I wasn't dating well. I was gonna be just a girl moving to Atlanta, and it would have been probably smart to have a nice guard dog. I've been obsessed with Dobermans since I was little, and so I found her and I got the opportunity to go and meet her, and I picked her out specifically. Breeders were just like, we know your personality, we know that you want a very just fun, loving dog. Here's Nyx, she's gonna love you and cuddle you so much. So she was originally based out of Myrtle Beach, and at the time I was in Knoxville, and that was like an 8-hour drive. But luckily, when she was 10 weeks old, the owners at the time were like, hey, we'll be in Asheville for a festival. All the other puppies will be picked up, but we can bring her and meet you because it's only 2 hours away from Knoxville, and you can just come pick her up there. So I took the 2 hours, I waited the 2 weeks. She got to be a spoiled only pup with her mom and dad for a while, and I picked her up in Asheville. I have, I think, a few videos of me picking her up, and on the drive home, I'll either put them here or over me talking. So yeah, she was such a cute pup. I didn't have the option to not dock her tail. I did not find out about Nyx until she was about 2 weeks old, and they docked her tail, I think, when she was 4 days old. So I know I didn't want her ears cropped, so she does have the nice big floppy ears, and it just makes her look even more like a dork. So here are a few photos when I first got her. Took her to, I got her in August, so right around Halloween time when we can go on corn mazes and stuff. Took her to flower fields, and she had a great time. A little bit about her food. So she, I've learned over the years, has a very sensitive stomach. Been through many different food options, but we've landed on our favorite. So I'll put a picture of it right here. It is the From pork and applesauce recipe. And she'll make a video of me making her dinner tonight and probably put it over me talking. But for Nyx's dinner, I put it in this slow feeder because Dobermans are prone to bloating if they eat too fast and run around, and she likes to run outside, and also just slows her down. Put about 1.5 scoops of her food in here. Okay, and then I warm up the water because I like to put warm water in her food. I also put one of these. This is about 1 cup of raw chicken ground up. I know it doesn't look like chicken, but it is. I will put the picture of the brand right here. So I did mention sometimes I only give her kibble, but I really like to put some of these additives in her food because it's not expensive. I mean, when I chop this whole thing up into 5 different servings, it's only $4. So it's like $4 a week of giving her some raw food in her diet. It's good for her digestion, And kibble is not just great to give your dog every single day, even if it is high quality kibble. So then I put about a little bit of water in there, and I mashed it up, and then I'm letting the water seep into the kibble to rehydrate it. Next, I'm almost out, but I use this Brilliant salmon oil. I really like it. It's 100% natural. It says ingredient, salmon oil. So she's supposed to get about 13 pumps of this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And sometimes I'll put egg in her food or chicken feet. These are what the chicken or duck feet look like. It's just good to get all the plaque and stuff off her feet. But she got one this morning, so she's not getting one tonight. I think if you're getting a puppy, especially a dog that is known to be very dominant, something that you should do from the get-go, I mean when it's 8 weeks old, is sticking your hand in its food. So that makes sure that they never become food possessive, because if she has a toy, if she has a treat, if she has food, and a little kid goes and takes it away from her, she should not snap. So I will show you what me doing that when she was a puppy has led to. Okay, good girl. I'm stopping her. So I can put my foot in front of her too, and she'll stop. Okay. I used to give her a bunch of butternut squash and stuff, but the greens also have the digestive supplements in it, so it's kind of all I do. And even sometimes she just gets kibble because we run out of something or we need to go to the dog store. And even if I just give her kibble, this kibble is really well made. The first ingredient, I'm pretty sure, is meat. It's very high quality, and so if I just have to give her kibble, that's fine, but I always rehydrate it, of course. A little bit about her training. So when I first got her, I will admit I was strict about the training. We spent like 2 hours a day, went to Home Depot every day, probably multiple times a day. We went to the dog park 3 times a day. Like, she was trained. She's still somewhat trained. She can heel beside me. She's gotten better, but as she's gotten older and after I spayed her, that personality, that Doberman characteristic of personal protection really kicked in, and so now she's she's starting to become a little reactive when we're at parks. Like, if we go to the dog park, she's very big on resource guarding. If we go on a walk, like, we'll pass by 80% of the people, but the 20%, she's just a little reactive. So we are working through that, and I need to get back on my training grind, and I'm sure that's probably why it's been a little rough, because I've fallen off. And it's not something you can just do for a year and then they're perfect the rest of their lives. You have to continuously do it. And so I learned my lesson. She's regressed. And so I am on the train to start training her again. I have a video linked on my channel, and I'll have it linked right here if you like to go see when she was like 3 months old and we started doing training. It's really fun. I really like the training aspect of it. I used to train horses, so training dogs is not that different. My favorite thing I've trained her is probably center, and that is just where I have her go right in between my legs, and I've gotten her to walk forwards, walk backwards. It's probably my favorite trick. So, and that's a good segue into her quirky fact. So, like I was talking about center, one of her quirky facts is that's like her safe space now. So if she's scared, if she's tired, if she wants love and attention, she centers and she stays between her legs, and that's her happy place. Will and I sometimes, if we'll hug and both of our legs are spread out a little bit, she'll center both of us at the same time. So it's her favorite place to be, right in between us. And yeah. Another quirky fact is how she destroys toys. I don't think I have a video of it, but I, to this day, like, refuse to get her any sort of plush toy or stuffed animal, anything like that. Not getting it. I only get her Bones. I only get her chews. I don't even get her rope toys anymore because she takes out the strings. But the way she devours a plush toy, okay, so she takes it, she bites it around and she finds the seam. And then she puts the seam in the back of her molars and she like gnaws on it until she hears it pop. And then she knows that she's broken the seam. So then she'll take her front little tiny teeth and she'll rip out the fuzz and just throw it everywhere. I will say I'm blessed in the fact that she doesn't actually consume anything. She doesn't eat any of the fuzz. She doesn't do any of that. She just grabs it and just throws it everywhere. So that's another quirky fact on how she destroys her toys. Something else is that she always has to be in between Will and I. So if you don't know anything about Dobermans, the one thing to know is that they are nicknamed Velcro dogs, and that is because they are stuck to their owners. I know a lot of people say that about their dogs, but it's even more so with Dobermans. She has to be touching us at all times. Like I'll put videos and pictures over me talking about how she just has to be on you. If she... As I'm editing this video about Nyx, this is literally how she lays. Just don't pet her. See what she does. Yeah, pathetic. She's sleeping and she's on the bed. She'll get up, move, and lay down just so she's touching you. And you'll see, she'll just constantly come in, check on me, and then walk away. It's just, you know, the breed. I'll put a video right here about how I let her off leash at the park. But as you can see, I don't tell her to stop. I don't say, whoa, wait a second. She just stops naturally, looks back, makes sure I'm there, and then she continues, but she never gets out of my sight. Even as a puppy, she knows, I taught her recall before I ever let her off the leash. She knew recall. However, I would never have had to teach her that in the first place because she never lets me out of her sight. Not once. She never runs off, ever. So she's very good. But a quirky fact that she has is if Will and I are laying on the bed, she jumps on the bed and she lays, like, if this is me, this is Will, and Nyx is laying right here, she will huff and puff and whine until we make a little room in between us, and she gets up, walks over, and lays in between us, and then she goes to sleep. She has to be like sandwiched in between us. Honestly, a funny thing that she does is anytime I give her like a pig ear, a cow ear, a beef cheek, any type of chew, she immediately grabs it and then she walks around the house for about 30 minutes whining because she's trying to find a place to hide it. She'll go to the couch, she'll try to hide it. Then she'll pick it up, go to her bed, and she'll like poke at it and then try to like put a blanket over it, and she'll grab it and go. And she'll just whine for 30 minutes trying to find the perfect spot, and then she ends up just laying down and eats it. So, and I guess other than that, I just have some really cute videos to show you of her. I'll just cue the montage.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room.
Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm sorry Nyx wasn't a star in it that much. She's still just so tired. You come here, come say hi to the vlog. Here. Look at this sweet baby. Anyway, alright guys, thanks so much for watching the video, and we'll catch you guys next time. Say bye!